Hey. Are you okay? You're breathing heavily. Is something wrong? Do you feel sick? Look at me and tell me that you're fine. If you can look me in the eye and say that you're fine, I'll believe it. If not, I'll know you're lying. Just as I thought. Tell me. What's going on? You had a nightmare? Alright, that's okay. Everybody has nightmares sometimes, no matter how old they are. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Would it help if you talked about it? You don't know? You want to, but... what? Nothing you ever say to me will be regarded as stupid or childish. Do you understand? I promise. All right. It was about the upcoming expedition? That's pretty normal for people like us. Soldiers often have nightmares about expeditions, especially when they're soon approaching. Nothing silly or stupid about that. Well, that's just plain ridiculous. No matter what the commander says, you know I'm never leaving your side. There isn't a single expedition in existence in which I would be farther from you in the formation. I say that's ridiculous because I want it to be in your subconscious. It is ridiculous. It's impossible. But continue. Let me try to prove to you that nothing you saw in your dream could ever possibly be real. That's the only way to make it go away forever. Well, I shouldn't say that. It may very well come back. But if it does, as long as you know it's not possible for it to become real, it won't have as much power over you. By all means, continue. Screaming? You heard screaming? What kind of screaming? Screams of pain, as one would expect on the battlefield. Oh, I was the one screaming. I'm sorry. That must have been horrifying. I was calling out for help. I was calling out your name. You tried to get to me, but What? What happened next? Oh. Oh goodness. By the time you got there, it was too late. I have that same dream, except about you. I have it quite often. It's normal to be afraid, especially to be afraid of losing someone so important to you. But fear is good. Fear is healthy. Do you know why? When you're afraid, it means you still have something to lose. There are people who are afraid of never being afraid. Do you know why the thought of never being afraid scares them so much? They're worried that, at some point in their life, they will reach a stage so low that there's nothing left for them. They have nothing left to lose. So the thought of death doesn't frighten them. All they have to lose is their life. And in our line of work, death can often be quick. So it doesn't seem so bad to them. I'm not glad that you had the nightmare. I'm terribly sorry that I can't offer you more comfort. But I'm glad you're afraid. I'm glad you still have something to lose. I'm glad you still have something to live for. What is it? I'm afraid I was never very good at comforting people. I could barely console Aaron after what happened to our mother. And I was horrendous at trying to comfort Armin after what happened to his grandfather. I've never been very good at comforting people. Usually when I try, I offer them food to make them feel better. But I can't really do that right now. Really? You know of a way I can make you feel better? By all means, tell me. I'm happy to do whatever I can to make you feel comfortable and safe. I practically raised Aaron before we joined the military. I know exactly what to expect when it comes to childish behavior. I won't judge you at all. I won't mock you. If it makes you feel safe, I'm happy to do it. Of course. Why would I ever say no to that or view that as childish? Of course we can cuddle for a bit. We can cuddle for the rest of the night if you want. Really, I'm happy to do it. All right, come here now. Get comfortable. What was that? Well, I would hope I would be warm. I'm a mammal after all. I should have some external body heat, right? I'm only joking around. You know that, right? What? Of course. I can play with your hair a bit. Like that? I'm glad that feels nice. Is it helping you relax? Good. Would it make you feel safe if I stayed awake until you fell asleep? To make sure you don't have any more nightmares? I know I don't have to. I'm asking if you want me to. Because I want you to feel safe. And if staying awake until you're asleep makes you feel safe, I want to do it. I do not feel obligated in any way to do this for you. I promise. All right then. I'll stay awake. But you have to try your best to go back to sleep, okay? If you can't, that's fine. After a nightmare, I understand that it's difficult to fall asleep again. But do your best. That's all I ask. Sleep well, okay? I'll protect you for the rest of the night. And for the rest of my life. I always will.